Lighthouse. This is Annie Chung, and I had the blessing and privilege of leading a women's small group with Melanie Hu. First of all, the ladies were all amazing. We had people zooming in after long hours of work, caring for their families from within the midst of various trials, and we had one person zooming in from Northern California also. Through the study, we learned to care for one another by caring for one another through fellowship and prayer and through study. Now, one of the biggest blessings our group experienced has been in the sharing of our testimonies, and several themes arose: God's relentless pursuit of us, his faithfulness, and the perseverance of people who kept on inviting us to church and kept on inviting us. So without further ado, here is our small group reflection on the study. It includes a collab board with bullet points from our testimonies, and we will also be hearing directly from several of the ladies.
Hi Lighthouse family. It's been a joy and a pleasure this season to be a part of Family Small Group. And this season has been really great for me, especially thinking through and looking towards new life stages and transitions. We've been learning how to care for one another. So I've been learning a lot from parents of how to do better at listening, to be more patient and kinder to others, especially when parents are juggling a full-time job and kids at home. And so my heart has grown so much for them, my care and just acknowledgement of what a grace it's been to hear, their testimonies and how much they care for others, and choosing to cling to Christ is something that is super unique to the Family Small Group. And for somebody who is a young adult, it's been really nice to have another community outside my own immediate family to support me, to check in on me, and to really be there for me, to listen and to give great advice that is cautioning me or preparing my heart to recognizing sin and where my heart is when seeking Christ, or just putting him at the center of our conversations and just daily life during COVID and in this season. So I've been really grateful for Family Small Group, and it's definitely widened my perspective. And I'm so grateful for the families who choose to walk alongside me and encourage me and smile all the time.
Hi Lighthouse, my name is Sachi, and I've been blessed to be part of the Wednesday night small group led by Annie Chung and Melanie Hu. I've been so encouraged by the ladies who come each week and they just share from their heart about what God has been doing in their life during this COVID season, how he's been challenging them just through their daily lives with their family or their coworkers or their schooling, and just how he continues to just really work in their heart to love others and care for others. And so I'm really encouraged by them and been blessed by this study of caring for one another's and coming together each week and praying for each other, and just continue to see how we can honor the Lord during this COVID season.
This season of small group has been such a blessing. I have witnessed God's love and care through the ladies in my small group, whether it was just praying for each other during prayer groups, ice cream deliveries for Mel, or receiving texts and emails when my car broke down. I have just seen such tangible evidence of his loving kindness in my life. During this season, with many ups and downs, he has just really revealed what it looks like to walk alongside each other and extend that care to those around us.
I'm so thankful to have been part of this small group during this season of COVID. I know there were a lot of ups and downs that we all experienced, but I was so blessed by just the openness of our ladies and the willingness that they had to just share their burdens and even to carry one another's burdens. Some were newer to Lighthouse and others have been part of Lighthouse for a while, but just seeing everyone want to grow together and encourage one another and support one another was really such a blessing during this time. And so as much as we miss meeting in person and even sharing snacks together, being able to jump onto Zoom and still stay connected has definitely been one of the many graces of this COVID season.
Caring for one another has been encouraging and good accountability. I think, especially in this season, we're kind of stuck at home, and it can be easy to just kind of have an inward focus and just, worry about myself and having enough TP for my family and, just being very inward looking. But I think it's timely to just be reminded, that we want to also be caring for others. And it's encouraging that we can think of like out of the box ways that we can love people and try to, just show that we're caring for them. So I really appreciated the accountability in that.
For me, this caring for one another small group has helped me as a new Christian to really grow my heart, to look outwards, to not only look at my relationship with the Lord, but now to look outwards at others, to help me practice carving time out. I think I've learned a lot from my group members and through the book, just how to listen. I think that's something that I'll have to keep on learning, just how to listen well and how to listen how people want me to pray for them. That's a new concept, but so important, I'm realizing. But I guess most importantly is just realizing through this series that how much reliance I have on God, to look to Him for prayer and praying for others, to sustain my friends and myself rather than problem solving myself. Yeah, it's been very helpful. And it's my first small group experience, so it's been very helpful to be a part of a group of loving Christians and just to be able to see how each person prays for each other and keeps each other on their hearts and prayers. It's been wonderful to see that.
I appreciated that we're in a community that we're encouraged to move towards each other, and we're encouraging each other to do that. I like how every week the questions are, they're telling you write down your 2 people that you've been thinking of and asking you specific questions. And so really trying to get you to apply what you've learned to the specific people that you've named, and kind of encouraging me to keep them on my heart more and, keep them in prayer more and everything else. Just the fact that we're doing this together and seeing these questions every week makes a difference.
I think something that has stood out to me for this small group season is kind of learning more about how God's patience with us also translates into our relationships with others, and how a lot of times relationships require patience. Just like how God has shown patience towards me. It's not like He rushes into things. And I think the same way I can do a better job with patience in my relationships and getting to know the person more deeply and really knowing their hearts, rather than be kind of what we were talking about earlier, like being quick to speak, being quick to listen and to be slow to speak, is something that I feel like I will take away from this season from small group.
So I echo a lot of what everyone else said, but for me, this caring for one another series has been very timely, especially since, in light of COVID and the fact that we're all doing this over Zoom. I think being able to meet week after week and have that accountability of just talking about how we want to put more love and grace into our relationships that we are faced with right now. I think especially for, at the beginning of COVID, when we're all locked down and we really can't, interact with people outside our houses. I think that was a good challenge to see how we want to grow not only our relationship with God, but also just the people that we're physically with. And I've been so blessed to be in this small group just to discuss about how we want to lift one another up and how we bring our prayers to the Lord and have seen answered prayers. Yeah, so it's been a huge blessing for me.